You are.
This meeting is consensual. We are fully consensual.
We are consensual.
As always, here on WeLiveFantasy.com, we got Tyler Lau, Dicka and the Percy himself, multi-time lobby winner, big takedown winner, and me, Chapstick, with living low stakes life. But damn it, I was 3 points from the 1K victory last week, and that really hurt my feelings. But
that's okay.
It was all thanks to We Live Fantasy and Lacey's spreadsheets and doing awesome videos like this and you talking me off the cliff of fucking idiots. So I appreciate that. And this week we're going to do the same damn thing for trucks and Xfinity. And it's Bristol, one of our favorite tracks, one we've been going to. You've been going to since the 90s. My first race was there in 2005, I think it was.
Yep.
And we've seen the old and the new and, you know, whatever. It is what it is now. But diving into the trucks, man, I found some really interesting nuggets that I would not have seen without that spreadsheet, just looking at it. And it's amazing to me that there's only been 4 lap leaders since in the past 4 races. That really threw me for a loop.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's crazy. And I mean, yeah, and I mean, Brett Moffitt is obviously a play right now.
Yeah, I'm shocked
with everything that we've seen.
Shocked
I mean, across
he
the board,
still hasn't won.
Yeah. Well, he will.
Yeah.
He will.
Yeah, he will.
He will. Hold on. Let me. Where's
So
all right. Let's start from the top though. Let's start with.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start with Ross from the top.
Yep.
Starting it off, $12,000. Ross in the Nice Motorsports. Starting 34th. He's in the 42 truck. What do you think? Because we already know what I think.
Well, I got to tell you, I watched the race. I watched the past 2 races. And in the trucks, it really runs like an old school short track kind of race where it's actually slower around the top. You can run it, but you got to be able to pull down and to run the top and pull down. Like you see guys like Joey Logano and Kyle Larson used to get up to the top right at the main apex of the corner and then just hammer down and be able to hold it as wide open as they could. That's really the only way to run the trucks at Bristol on the high lane. So it usually turns into a battle for the low lane. And the last couple races I watched, right, man, Ross Chastain drove that thing like short track Saturday night. There's no way that dude doesn't finish in the top 5, which is just obnoxious amounts of points. And he's definitely going to pay for himself at 12,000. He was almost an auto click for me in the beginning and just kind of figure out where to go from there.
How to build around him.
Getting as balanced as I could through there. And you can with some of the guys in the mid-range.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, Ross is great at this track. If you look at this year in that 42 truck at the short track races, he's been absolutely amazing. Top 10s across the board, laps led at every race.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely think he could be a good play, and hopefully nobody clicks him. I mean, hopefully people think he's too expensive, but I think he'll be at least 30% owned. But listen, you got to take it.
He will crush Parker Kligerman in points tonight.
Oh yeah.
So
absolutely.
If you're between those two guys, it's a no-brainer for me because the upside of Ross getting up there and leading laps. We've seen Kligerman start in the 30s. We've dealt with it this year, and top 10s are really good for that race team. Like really, like pretty much a win for that race team. Anything above that's just icing on the cake.
Right.
Yeah, and our boy Sheldon Creed.
It's funny you say that because
elite pricing.
Yeah, well, and he should. I mean, he's got 2 short track wins this year. He ran very well here last year on old tires. He was kind of on an old tire strategy and still ran in the top 10. Was 50 lap older tires than these guys and ran great. So I really like Sheldon Creed too. It's funny you talk about Kligerman like that because I'm right there with you. I think he might run top 15, maybe top 10 on a good day. And you know what? I just don't know if that pays for the points that you could get out of somebody like, I hate to say this, Sauter.
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
Well, they are.
I hate to say it.
Yeah, Creed and Sauter, both kind of next on the pricing list. So this transitions perfectly. Sauter is one of those lap leaders, one of those 4 lap leaders. He's got an average finish of 6th.
Yep.
Sauter. He's gotta be pissed off all to hell that he's not in the playoffs. And coming to a short track where all of the Sauter family is really good. And then Creed, his average finish is 6th, right there with Sauter. So he's starting 8th. So there's 2 spots right there. And that matches up directly that Creed hasn't really qualified that well here. He's got an 18th spot place differential and a 6th place average finish across his whole career here in the Truck Series. You can't go wrong with either of those guys. I'm with you though. Sauter over Kligerman, and Sauter will outscore Kligerman as well.
Yes.
Kligerman's not going to have any fastest laps.
No. Here's the thing with Sauter though is like I said last week in my run, he just has had the worst luck this year, and I think it's because they've all been trying too hard, whether it be the guys at the shop or him on the track, and it's just trying to make up from a bad start to the year. And it showed again last week. I mean, they had a parts failure again last week, and all this shit hit the fan, and it's just the way his season's been going. But now that that's all over, now that he didn't make a chase, now it's all about going out there and win. I think he's going to go out there, and I think he's got to win this race. And I think he's a pick. Last year, he got in a wreck. He got caught up in a wreck with Ross, actually, I believe it was. And they no, maybe that was the Xfinity race. Somebody got caught up. But anyways, he got tagged by somebody early in the going, and the whole right side of the truck was torn up, and he drove back and ran top 10. Like, how do you not take that? He was fast. He was way fast.
Exactly. And I was so shocked last week. Everyone at ThorSport ran so well, and here's Johnny Sauter, the veteran of the bunch, just like out to lunch. Like, just crazy to me. It was 1, 2, 3 finish for ThorSport last week.
It was. But again, you gotta take into consideration the end of the race and getting all screwed up and shit like that. I mean, but that's how all the truck races are gonna go.
Yeah.
That's how they're gonna go. That's how Ben Rhodes won the other week.
Where you at with Austin Hill?
Can't touch him.
Yeah.
It ain't his kind of a track.
Yeah, I agree.
It really isn't.
It seems
if
like
we were talking about. What's that?
It seems like that team thrives where you need the power, the arrow, that kind of.
Correct.
That whole team.
Yeah. Now, if we were talking about Homestead, I would say I'd be all over Austin Hill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ekes, I can't do it either. I just, I know he's in the playoffs. Good for him. I'm glad he made it, but I can't. I can't do it. I might have 1 or 2 Ekes because I did make a few lineups stacking like 5 of my 6 playoff people, just because they're going to run up front. So hopefully that might do something. And I think I have him in one of those 2, but that's it. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
I couldn't do more.
Does Moffitt win a race tonight?
Moffitt might win the race tonight. I have him in about 45% of my lineups.
Oh, wow. All right.
Especially at that price.
Moffitt over Smith?
Moffitt over Smith.
Juicy. That's juicy. I think Zane Smith gets a top 5 for sure, though.
Here's the deal. Moffitt. Oh, absolutely. Moffitt has had 3 top 5 finishes this year at the short tracks. He should have won one of them very easily. Could have won the second one. And last year at this track, he was to the field. I mean, he really was. So I think he's going to come out swinging. It's the playoffs. He's still an underdog for God knows what reason. I don't know. But nobody likes to give Brett Moffitt love. No. And I will give Brett Moffitt all the love. No, I think Brett Moffitt could be a top-tier Xfinity driver and a mid-tier Cup driver, and nobody will give him the chance.
Right. And he proved it again last week in the trucks and the Xfinity. Damn near won me $1,000.
He always does.
Damn near won me $1,000.
He always does.
Yeah. Well, another one of those 4 lap leaders in the past few Bristol races is Mr. Grant Enfinger, who proved that he can drive short tracks last week, and likes
He
short
can.
tracks. It's
He
so
can.
funny about Enfinger. It's like plate tracks and short tracks. The dude is like Dale Earnhardt.
Yep.
And then you put him on intermediates, and it's like, I guess I'll just run mid-pack all day.
Yeah.
Hi, Lacey.
That's right. That's right.
So where you at with him
Yeah.
starting on the pole? Do you think he can lead it, or is Moffitt gonna get him in the first handful of laps?
I mean, I hope and I believe that Moffitt's going to get him in the first handful of laps. But at the same time, if he goes out there and leads the first, 25 or 30 laps and stays in the top 5, you need him in your lineup. So
Yeah.
I've got him in probably. I know I hate to say it, but I've got him. I've got 41 lineups, and I've got him in probably 6.
All right, I can live with that. I can live with that. All right, and on to the next 2 guys. One of them's my sleeper pick for the night, and the other one I just really am getting to love through social media and watching him just kick ass in the ARCA and the K&N series is Todd Gilliland and Sam Mayer. Mayer, I mean, dude, the guy is so legit on short tracks, late models, K&N. He's just like Derek Kraus, man. He was born and raised on the NASCAR lower sanction series and just kicking ass. And Todd Gilliland's been there, done that in this truck series. He's got a...
Should have won a Gateway. He should have won a Gateway till Creed dumped his ass. That cost me.
Should have won a Gateway.
That cost me the lobby win.
I could easily see Todd Gilliland getting top 10, close to the top 5, and if he's feeling frisky and gets the right strategy, maybe even leading laps. I know he can do it. I think. And this starting spot,
I know you can do it.
This starting spot with him and Mayer, man, I feel like I'm almost pushing all my chips in there.
Well, it's funny you say that because I would have to put them 2 in my core.
Yeah, I think so.
If we're doing a core 4, they're 2 of the core. If we're doing a core 3, Mayer makes it, Gilliland doesn't. Gilliland was my 4th core.
Okay.
4th pick for the core.
All right. I like that.
Yeah, Mayer, the way he ran. Yeah, Mayer, the way he ran at Gateway and what he's shown me this year. And last year he ran here in the 21 car or the 21 truck and ran top 10 all day, even got in the top 5 and then got wrecked late in the going, running like 8th. I mean, you got to take him at $8,800.
Dude is so good.
It's definitely
so good.
Yeah, he is.
Him and Zane Smith are the future of that truck series, man.
Yeah, I've got maybe 1 or 2 of Crafton, 1 or 2 are Ben Rhodes just to be covered.
I haven't gotten there yet with those guys.
Yeah, I mean, I only did it just to be covered. But the next few are very interesting.
Yeah? Tell me your thoughts.
Chandler Smith starting 9th. Here's the deal. Chandler Smith could easily run up front. Last year, he ran top 5 here. Obviously has way more seat time this year, has been running well at the short tracks this year. Starting 9th, very low owned, I believe, and is a potential lap leader. So I'm in on Chandler Smith. I've got a decent amount of him. I probably got 25% Chandler Smith.
I gotta write that down so I don't miss out tonight when you're sending me screenshots of you leading a goddamn lobby. Chandler Smith. All right. You know my thoughts on Mr. Kraus.
Listen, our thoughts are the same.
Yeah, the dude is just so good. He climbed the ranks a few years before the Sam Mayers and the others, and him and Todd Gilliland kicked ass in those Bill McAnally Napa cars and K&N. Dude is so good, and
he's
a perfect starting spot for him. Perfect price, and if you put Gilliland, Mayer, Kraus, you're still at 8,100 to play with. So you gotta love that, and that puts you right in the Chandler Smith if you want to get smithy with it, or pay up, pay down.
Here's the deal. I took everybody around Bane, and I didn't take Bane. So I hope everybody clicks Bane, and I hope he breaks again for the third week in a row.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the only thing that I can say about Bane is that when you have ran as many races and you have as much experience as Trevor Bane, at places like Bristol where you have to find rhythm, where you have to have the balls to lay the throttle down before you think you should. Like I remember Carl Edwards' interview. He's just like, Bristol's so fast. I'm full throttle at a point in the turn where you shouldn't be full throttle. Everything's telling you shouldn't be in the throttle at this point. And it just takes a man like that to win at Bristol. And, you know, when you've ran so many cup races and so many Xfinity races at Bristol, but I thought the same thing at Darlington and I thought the same thing at Richmond. And Jeff Gordon's proved it. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s proved it. You can't just jump back in the sumbitch and go get her done. Had he finished more laps and had not issues and ran the full races, I'd feel a lot better about it. But I'd rather have Friesen.
Yeah, I'd rather. That's funny you say that, dude. Friesen's got 2 top 5 finishes here the past 2 races.
Yeah.
How do you not?
Yeah, he's got 2 top 5s and his average finish is 3rd.
Yeah. Okay.
Starting 13th.
I'm there.
And here's a track where you don't have to worry about the aero package of that team switching over to Toyota. You don't have to worry about it. All he does is run dirt races and run short tracks, and he's that guy that also thrived when it was one lane at the bottom. Because
that's because it was a driver's track. It wasn't just to sail it off in there, float it to the wall, and stab it. You know.
Right. I'd rather have.
It was a driver's track.
I'd rather have Friesen. And if you click him, it goes up to $8,300 left, which is pretty nice.
All right. So are you ready for my sleeper pick of the week?
Yeah.
You there?
Oh, yeah. I'm doing the drum roll. You're frozen, and I'm doing a drum roll.
Hallelujah.
You're frozen, and I'm doing a drum roll.
Yo, you're there?
Yes.
Got my fucking internet.
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah. All right, I got you now. All right, so sleeper pick of the week.
Drum roll.
Is not Tyler Ankrum. It's Rafael Lazard.
Ooh. Here we go. Let's hear it.
Here's the deal with Lazard. Last year here, he ran the 46 truck. Way lesser equipment. I don't even know who owned that truck last year. Doesn't really matter. And he drove up into the top 5, drove there, ran top 5 for majority of the race, and with about, 12 to go, got caught up in one of those wrecks and still ended up finishing like 15th or something like that. So with all that being said, the way he's been driving this year and the short tracks he's been driving out this year, I just looked at it earlier. Give me one second. I'll pull it back up. Right? If you might have the spreadsheet in front of you. But this year at short tracks, he's got an amazing stats for his pricing and where he started.
Yeah. Boy, and I tell you, I think I just made a lineup using kind of those core guys we talked about and Lazard, and I feel like I could have just made a lineup that could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with a remaining salary of 0. Would you like to hear it?
I probably have it. Go ahead.
While you're looking that up. All right, so it was Friesen, Gilliland, Kraus, Lazard, Mayer, Zane, Smith. And that one is going in to the quarter jukebox, and that'll probably be my single entry lineup as well. I really like that one.
Are you going to play that in the $8 lobby?
That depends if you want to split the 5K or not.
Oh, is that how that goes?
And I'm going to do a Moffitt and see how that one works out too. Moffitt Gilliland, Mayer, Kraus, Friesen. You can get Hocevar. That we'll go that way. We'll go that way. So I like that. All right. So getting back to it. So where is Ankrum on the short tracks? Or I'm sorry, Lazard.
Hold on. What was the first one? What was the first one you had? You had Zane Smith, Todd Gilliland,
Mayer, Lazard, Kraus.
Friesen.
Kraus, Friesen. That is, I feel like a maxed out lineup.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, let me see here.
We'll see. All right, so while you're looking up Lazard, I gotta tell you, I love.
Hold on. I got it.
Tanner Gray, man.
Go ahead. Go.
Tanner Gray.
I have a hard time clicking them. I have them in a few, but I have a hard time clicking them. I'll tell you why. Give me a second. All right, ready. This year at short tracks, Lazard has. Wait, hold on. I must have missed a track. Oh, I think I missed Martinsville. He has 2 top 10s, 2 top 15s, 1 top 20.
Wow. All right. And he's in great freaking equipment, man.
Yeah, and he ran amazing here last year. Like amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. My thoughts on Tanner Gray are solely based that I feel like 16th to 19th starting spot with Tanner Gray, I feel is very safe because even if he's off, he's going to run 20th and work his way back up. I just feel like that truck's a 20th better truck. That's my thoughts on Gray at 7,100, especially if you're clicking Chastain up top. It's a good way to get down here and start. Go
yes, it is. Here's my only issue with Gray. He's got 1 top 10, 2 top 20s, and that's it. So he could finish right where he starts and doesn't do a whole lot for you. That's my only concern.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my only concern.
And when you look at when you look at Hocevar Gray, I think you go Hocevar, right?
I don't know, because I've tried to go Hocevar for the past 3 weeks. He hasn't done a fucking thing. So maybe this is the week he does something. I don't know.
I feel like I can't think of the team name right now. Who owns those 3 trucks? I can't think of it right now. Nice. I think Nice has a lot of Chastain notes to where that truck should be in the ballpark, though. So upside, I see it. I see it.
Okay. I've got him in a few, like I said.
Timmy Hill made a outstanding run last week. Is there any way he finishes in the top 10?
Okay. Funny you said that.
Is there any way that you can sell me Timmy Hill at all?
Give me a second. Yes, I can. Give me 1 second.
The truck's perfect. It's the same truck from last week. He's posted on social media that he broke the truck down with the crew and they're putting it back together. He's making a whole YouTube thing about it. The truck's in perfect shape. He didn't even put a scratch on it last week. They cleaned it, set it up for Bristol, going to Bristol. Can he do it?
Yeah, give me a second. I had one stat in here I wanted to share with you on Timmy Hill.
Because there's only one guy below Timmy Hill that I would play.
There's 2 that I would play.
2?
Yep.
Well, I can't wait to hear the other one, and it better fucking not be Jordan Anderson.
No, it's not Jordan Anderson.
Oh, God. I bet you it's AWS himself.
Austin Wayne Self.
I knew you were going to say
AWS, baby.
AWS.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to find it.
Two seconds.
I think it was.
I was gonna piss my pants. Sorry.
Don't do that. We don't want that.
No, I don't need
All right,
that.
so you ready for the Timmy Hill?
Yes, sell it to me because I feel like it's T. Higgins tonight in the Thursday night football game, and I can't click it. So go ahead.
Here's the deal. Timmy Hill this year at the 3 short track races has had 2 top 10 finishes and 1 top 20 this year at short tracks. So I've got exactly 1 Timmy Hill just in case he finishes in the top 10.
All right. I'm there. I think I might have 2 already. So you make me feel a lot better. The only other guy down here for me, now this is why I love you, because you give me someone else, is Camden Murphy. That's the only guy down here I like.
All right. Okay, and I'm with you, dude. I was gonna load up on Cameron Murphy. I was gonna slap him full in a bunch of lineups, and so I could get everything I needed. But you want to hear a problem with Cameron Murphy?
Yes.
In the past 3 years in the trucks, he's ran 9 races or 10 races, something like that, and he has 6 beyond 25th, okay. 4 beyond 30th.
Oh,
1
God.
top 25.
Oh, so it's just a waste.
It's a waste. But here's the deal. He's in decent equipment. So does he finally show up, or does he just run right where he starts, or maybe a little better and get you 19 points?
Yeah, well, is this his first race at Bristol?
Yes.
Yikes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well,
now I have him in probably 4 of my 40 lineups.
Okay. Well, I only have him in the quarter jukebox so far, so I'll I got a few more lineups to build there. I'll just keep him out of those. So who are your guys?
Are you ready for my?
Yeah. Who are your guys?
Are you ready for my 2 picks?
I need to know 66 and under. Who are the guys to play 66 and under?
AWS.
Right, Austin Wayne Self. I'm writing it down.
Here we go. Austin Wayne Self, last year at Bristol, ran top 10 all day. Well, ran just outside the top 10 all day. Ended up finishing inside the top 10 after the wrecks. I think he finished like 8th or 9th. Great run, stayed out of trouble, kept his nose clean. Perfect, exactly what you need. This year at the short tracks, he's had multiple top 10s, multiple top 15s. And with him, that's all you need. You don't need him to lead laps. Just finish 5 spots better than you are and keep the truck in one piece. Great. Maybe run a fast lap or 2. Who the fuck knows? Possible. Yes.
Okay.
Also, he would have had a very good finish at Gateway if he hadn't got fucking taken out by, I think it was Hosafar. He was running like 8th or 9th there. So he would have had another top 10, which would have basically gave him top 10s across the board at short tracks this year. So Austin Wayne Self starting 18th. Nobody's going to pick him.
Yeah. How do you not?
He's not going to be owned. Everyone's going to just shun him and forget he's even there. And he's going to get 41 points tonight and be in the winning lineup. So
I love it.
I'm on.
All right. Who's next?
Danny Bond himself.
Whoa.
The bottle.
All right.
For the same reasons as Austin Wayne Self, except he's starting, 9 spots further back, which is even better. He hasn't run quite as good this year as Austin Wayne Self, but he's had 2 top 15 finishes and 1 top 20 finish at the short tracks. He's starting 27th. He's $6,100. Get me an 18th, and I'll love you for life.
Okay. So Bon or Timmy Hill?
Bon.
Austin Wayne Self or Timmy Hill?
Austin Wayne Self.
Okay, so those guys, and then you'd rank Timmy Hill under 7,000 right there. Okay.
Yes.
So if you go Bone and Self, that's $9,300.
It is. It is, and you can get pretty much anything you want then. It's excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, so I go Chastain. That's 8,400. Still plenty of room to work with. I'm going to go Friesen.
Get you some Lazard.
Lazard. Wow. All right, so check this lineup out.
I have it.
Bone, Self, Lazard, Friesen, Chastain, Sauter.
Yes, I have it.
That's killer. 0 remaining salary, and the only way you can probably get that lineup is if you listen to this goddamn video. So,
I hope that's the winning lineup, dude.
Oh man, that'd be great. That'd be a great clip. All right, so tonight I am maxing out quarter jukebox. I have 10 entries that I need to fill out in the $3 5K slingshot 1K to first. I have 5 lineups in the 5K to first, and I have a single entry $4 lobby. So those are my lobbies that I will be in tonight. Are you just are you in the $8 or where are you at?
Yeah. I'm 42 entries on the $8 tonight.
Nice. What's the max on that?
So 110, which I would never recommend playing for $5,000. The other person we got to bring up that I forgot to mention, I do have a few Balicki.
Okay, Balicki.
Just a couple, because just in case, because he's starting 31st and he's in the 00 car for Nice, and I believe he's a way better driver than Rayoum. So I would venture to say that he could possibly finish 22nd, and if that's the case, he got you the points for the W.
Balicki. Austin Wayne Self.
I've got a few of those.
Okay, and then we're gonna go Lazard, and then we're gonna go Mr. Friesen, and then we got Chastain and Creed. So there's that.
Yes. There's that.
And if that lineup doesn't work, you can Balicki my balls. All right. Well,
all right. That's a wrap. Let's get to Xfinity. Close this bitch up. Let's get to the next video.